In a shocking turn of events, the Vegas Golden Knights have landed a big fish before the deadline. Chris Gawlik of Locked On VGK joins us to discuss that next on Locked On's 2024 NHL Trade Deadline special.
The Locked On Podcast Network presents the NHL Trade Deadline.
Gil Martin here from Locked On NHL. Stop me if you've heard this before, but the Vegas Golden Knights have landed arguably the best player available ahead of the 2024 NHL Trade Deadline, receiving defenseman Noah Hanifin from the Calgary Flames in a deal that, when we tell you the details, it will be very, very shocking. Chris Gawlik of Locked On Vegas Golden Knights joins us to discuss it. Chris, break this down for us because this is a pretty impressive deal by VGK.
I'm sorry for the cockiness that's about to ensue and this poop grin on my face right now, but the details, me and Gil literally just got the details of this 30 seconds before we went on, and the Golden Knights gave up a first and a third-round pick, which can bounce to a second-round pick in the event the Golden Knights win a single playoff series. In addition, arguably a lower-level fan favorite, Daniil Miromanov, was also sent up to Calgary in the deal. And oh, by the way, the Golden Knights only have to take on a $1.25 million cap hit. Kelly McCrimmon is an absolute wizard, folks. He is a wizard. I like to play poker. He is not coming anywhere in my poker game unless he's wearing a sleeveless shirt, because I need to see what he's got up his sleeves, because I don't trust the dude as far as I can throw him, and I got a bad back.
How do the Vegas Golden Knights keep making deals like this?
Our GM is better than yours. And I mean that in the sense that McCrimmon finds ways to make these deals. And listen, draft picks, F those picks. I think it's my second time telling you that this week. And that's just kind of how the Golden Knights do it. And instead they build the team by utilizing draft capital. Although, like Miromanov, he's not really a prospect. He is an NHL-ready player who is about 8th or 9th on the pecking order for the Golden Knights defenseman. So no way for him to get in the lineup, even when there's a couple of injuries in front of him. But, I mean, how do they keep pulling this off? I don't know. But McCrimmon is he's a wizard. He's amazing to watch what he does. And as a fan I guess we'll just say a fan for right now, and a podcaster and all of that, just watching this from up close is really, really interesting.
All right, let's get into a little more detail here. Where does Noah Hanifin fit in the Vegas Golden Knights lineup, and who do you think they'll pair him with?
So Alec Martinez, unfortunately, was put on IR this morning with a lower body issue. Martinez has not looked good for a long, long, long time. So I know people are going to question the timing of this and the stuff that Vegas pulls off, and you're fair to question that. It's fine. The NHL has protocols in place for anyone that would like to call out the Vegas Golden Knights, accusing them of cap circumvention. Last year, there were investigations made in a Mark Stone situation, and the league obviously pulled the medical records and said all is well, and they moved on with it. So I get the comments. I'm going to have popcorn on Twitter when I'm scrolling through, just laughing my butt off at reading everything. So most likely you're going to see Pietrangelo and Noah Hanifin as a pretty heck of a first defensive pairing, backed up then by Shea Theodore and Braden McNabb, and then you'll still have White Cloud and Nicholas Hague on the third D pairing. And you know the thing is, I'll bet they're still not done yet.
Yeah,
they're still not done yet.
I bet you're right. Now, I'm assuming he's also going to see some time Hanifin on the power play.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, what's he, 48, 50 points player over the course of his last few seasons? Let's see. So points, 35 this year, pacing about 50, 38, 48 the season before. Slow season in 2020-21. That was the COVID weird year. So, I mean, but his career really developed and blossomed in 21, 22 and beyond. So 27-year-old, the Golden Knights want to sign him to an extension as well. That almost certainly means Alec Martinez his days are numbered as a Golden Knight, which is unfortunate. Dude's an absolute warrior, shot blocker, and everything, but there's no way this works out with Alec Martinez probably seeing the ice the rest of the season and as a Vegas Golden Knight.
You mentioned Mark Stone. He has a spleen injury right now. How does that factor
I said
into
cap circumvention. I didn't say Mark Stone. You went there.
You did say Mark Stone.
I'm kidding.
Although you referred to last year, but I know you're kidding. All right. So how does his injury factor into any other moves you think VGK might make before Friday's deadline?
No one replaces Mark Stone directly, but the Mantha acquisition at least replaces his position. You got a big body. We talked about him, I believe, yesterday. I think this is our second time this week doing this, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's not. I don't know. It's been a long week. I'm sorry. But he's going to slot into the second line as of right now, most likely with William Karlsson and Chandler Stevenson. And then after that, now the Golden Knights, there's still a possible void on the left wing. Chandler Stevenson is a winger. It works sometimes. It doesn't work sometimes. Most teams are strong when you got a good 1, 2, 3, 4 punch down the middle. Very few teams have that four lines of centers that you can roll through. Getting Nicholas Waugh back down to the Golden Knights' fourth line would really help. And then Stevenson can go back in the middle, and the Golden Knights can go shopping for a left winger. See who are they going to fleece next? Come on down.
Well, we shall see what happens between now and Friday afternoon. For more on the Hanifin deal and whatever else the defending champs might be up to before the deadline, be sure to listen to Locked On Golden Knights. It's free wherever you get your podcasts and, of course, on YouTube. It's all part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.